Should be starting. Yep, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna scale Sasuke. So here, wait. First of all, let me get the scan. So Neji, right? Neji is surprised about Lee like opening the gates and shit, and he's like visibly shocked. It's also kind of implied that I think fourth gate Lee would be like above Neji,
What?
right? So the first scan is just
No,
Neji
no, no,
being
no, no. That's a
surprised.
mistranslation.
How is it a mistranslation? Which one? This
The
is from
actual
Viz.
no, that bottom one. The actual translation is I was saving this for you. I was just saving this to use against you. I don't know where that one came from or that
Okay.
bottom one.
Well, either way, it's like implying that it would be at Neji's level, right? Because this is third gate,
No,
right?
that
So
right there, that should be fourth or fifth gate. If you're talking about like that bottom skin, that should be like fourth or fifth
okay,
gate. Because he doesn't move when he goes third gate. The panels are literally back to back. He activates third, and then right after he activates fourth. He never makes a movement in between.
okay.
So
Well,
that should
let's
be
just
like
say
fourth.
okay. So it's fourth. Okay. So
Fourth or
fourth
fifth.
gate was intended to defeat Neji, so it's equal or stronger than Neji.
I mean, I don't know why
Okay.
that's the case. He just like, it's just because he had exhausted all other options, so he's using that to like save in a battle against Neji to see if he can beat him. It's
Well,
not that it will beat him.
do you think fifth gate would be stronger than Neji?
I don't think we have any reason to say that either. Or
Okay.
we just know
Well,
that
if
like
Neji's
Lee
already
is
getting
above him.
surprised by fifth gate, well, Neji is getting just surprised by fifth gate.
He was
right?
surprised by the fact that like Lee had
So
these
there's
techniques
like
at all.
heavy implication that it would be like as strong as him or
Well,
stronger.
no. Whenever they even mention like that name, Reverse Lotus, Neji's like, huh? What's that? He's just like surprised at these techniques as a whole. So of course, when like Lee has these and like
Well,
he
he said, but
trains
it's
with Lee,
only Lee. How did he get so?
yeah, he is surprised that Lee has the strength, but he's also surprised at like the techniques being like mentioned as a whole. We see like whenever Guy and like Kakashi start talking about Reverse Lotus, he's like in the background and there's like a showing like surprise mark from him, like, huh? What's this? What's Reverse Lotus? So he's just like surprised at these moves, and then when Lee is like getting stronger off of this, he's like, well, how did Lee get so strong? Not that
Okay.
like, oh, why is he stronger than me? It's just, well, he is strong.
Okay. So you don't. So you do not think that Lee is like equal to Neji at all in this situation? Is that what you're saying?
I guess I could steel man him being as strong. Fifth Gate Lee can be
As
as strong.
fifth gate Lee. Okay.
Can be as strong. I'll steel man it.
Okay. Well, here's a statement showing that Sasuke is the strongest opponent Gaara had faced, including fifth gate Lee.
That's referring to the Chidori.
Why is it referring to the Chidori? Wouldn't that just be base Sasuke?
No. Okay. The whole thing. All right. You understand that like this is just like an overview of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And one like again, this is referring to who's a stronger opponent to Gaara. That's what this whole like this whole thing is supposed to be for.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say me and you. I don't know. Let's say we both just flick Gaara in the forehead, right? We both just did the same thing, right? We just flicked him in the forehead.
Okay.
Right.
Sure.
Now let's say Lee went on ahead to punch Gaara in the face. Who's a worse opponent to him?
Okay. That's okay. Yeah.
So if Lee made Gaara bleed, right, and Sasuke
Mm-hmm.
hadn't done that yet until he does Chidori, until Sasuke makes Gaara bleed, he wouldn't be a stronger opponent.
Okay, well, wasn't Lee in the fifth gate only barely damaging Gaara? He was just breaking the
Gaara
sand
had,
armor.
yeah, he had reinforced his sand armor. Do you not? Do you need to see the scan of that?
Sure.
Actually, it's like right in that panel in the top.
Also,
like,
wait,
like,
real quick. In the fight with Sasuke versus Gaara, Gaara was actually like going insane. You could arguably say that he's like stronger because he's
no.
like losing control of Shukaku.
But we can go over that point because I like.
But you don't think he's like rage amped at all?
No, I don't think he's amped. Right. I think he's like going insane. I don't think he's amped because if anything, like, insanity would make you nerfed.
Why would it make you nerfed?
It's like stated
In
like
power.
if you're like getting upset, right? You have less control over your chakra, so you would inherently get weaker because chakra control is how you get faster, or stronger.
What about Naruto? And when Naruto loses control of his chakra, it just overflows and he gets massively stronger and faster. Same thing with Gaara. They're both
in that
Jinchuriki.
instance, that's Nine Tails directly coming
Okay.
out, but Shikaku doesn't do that. Shikaku takes
What?
over.
Shikaku?
No, Shikaku doesn't just like flow Gaara with chakra unless he's throwing himself in that state.
the same concept. Why would it be different for
Okay, but the
Gaara?
difference is Ninetales just gives Naruto chakra. Shikaku does a body possession. There's a difference.
Okay.
We see whenever like Shikaku's ever shown to be coming out, there's like parts of Gaara's body being taken over. It does the same thing within the 1 month time skip whenever Gaara kills that sand ninja. He like shows up on Gaara like is like he like shows up when he says I'm gonna kill you just like after Gaara and Lee's fight. So he just whips out Shikaku and we see like a giant claw mark. This isn't like Gaara just getting some chakra. That's him actually turning into Shikaku. So there's never just like a flow of chakra coming into him like Naruto does with Ninetales. But I'll find the scan of like what is it? What was I looking for?
The enhanced sand armor, I think you said.
Oh yeah. I also like send the scan of like that sound ninja thing. Since I just found it. That's whenever that sound ninja like rose up on him. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. Okay. This is in the middle of the fight. You see like that panel in the data book, so that way I don't have to go get the pan or the scan. In the data book, right, the top one where like Gar's like face is like cracked. Right after that is this page. I don't want to like go all the way back.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. So
Yeah, so we see like he puts more sand armor on top of the sand armor that he already had on. Because we know that only his face broke, but he's putting more sand on his entire body, so he had to reinforce his armor.
okay.
So he has like a higher layer in this fight.
Okay. Wait, so do you think? Well, you did say that Chidori, like Sasuke with Chidori, would be above, or would be above like Fifth Gate Lee, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like an
In terms of
elemental
like,
advantage against Earth, but I don't even like feel like going to go find that. So
but
yeah,
based
I
off the
just say.
statement, like with strength, yeah, he would be.
Alright, so yeah, Chidori Sasuke can be above Lee in strength.
Okay. And we also have like Sasuke. Okay. Well, do you want to get onto like speed? Or well, no. Do you want to like scale Neji?
Well, Neji doesn't really use AP, right? We just know
Yeah.
that his like, are you fine with like me just saying that like if he hits him with Gentle Fist, it will just like go directly through his durability. That's like stated. That's how Gentle Fist works, and Kakashi even states it like
Okay. Yeah, it's like an
yeah,
inherent thing. Okay.
yeah. I'll just say that like since it's like SBA, which is intent to kill, he would just like attack his heart, same way he does it with Hinata.
Okay.
So he'd just like kill Sasuke directly, or use 64 palms to shut down his chakra points.
Wait, can you give a scan where you can like of him directly being able to like just instant kill somebody with it?
He doesn't insta kill her because he's not trying to kill her. He just wants to leave her off. But we do know like okay, if he obviously he can if he can like directly interact with the heart right in this way, where he's like he like all right, basically he's putting her in a state where he's like she's going to die. Right, she has like 10 minutes to live or whatever. So we know if he can interact with the heart with this way, obviously he'd be able to just one shot it. I don't see any reason for that because we know it's like stated that like Gentle Fist is just the like interacting with internal organs and chakra points. I can like send a scan of like it state of like Kakashi stating you can't strengthen your internal organs, just like implying that's all he's doing, or that's one of the things that they're doing.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Mm. I cannot find this. What do you want, Deborah?
I was just asking, like, do you really like? No, I'll just wait. I'll wait until after the debate.
Why do I believe these arguments?
No,
Yeah, I
I'm
see
just
it.
like,
I found this guy. It's in the bottom left, and this is like where to give like a full rundown of it anyway. There's no way of strengthening the internal organs, so an enemy struck with that blow is going to succumb.
Okay. Um. Okay, so if Neji hits Sasuke, he said he can one hit KO him to the heart.
Yeah,
You think?
I think it just like the way I think like my arguments should lead is just like be like a speed blitz in one shot basically.
Okay. Okay. Um.
Since you started off with AP, is it fine if I start off with speed?
Sure, it's fine.
Okay. Are you aware of like guys stating that like Sasuke is like relative to weightless Lee in speed?
Yes.
Okay. Well then are you also aware of like Lee
Like he's on.
himself?
Okay. No.
Mm,
Wait. Sasuke is able to blitz around Gaara. Base Sasuke. He's
okay.
able to blitz around Gaara.
Lee
Um.
also is blitzing Gara.
Well, I get that, but wasn't Lee only blitzing Gaara in like fifth
Weightless.
gate? Like.
No, he was blitzing Gara, but way before fifth gate. It's just that his what the okay, I just got a weird Discord notification about incest. Strange. But what was I gonna say? Cause that just threw me off. Um. Oh no. The whole thing was right. He didn't have the strength to get past it. Speed alone wasn't enough, which is why he went fifth gate.
Okay.
So he was like already blitzing Gar. I might have a scan.
Well,
Of him,
from what I remember, it wasn't that he was blitzing him. It was more that like he was able to just attack him more. Right, or it was like relative because Gaara was still able to block with like sand. He wasn't able to block with sand until Lee opened like the fourth or fifth gate, and when he was like bouncing him across walls and shit. Or not really bouncing across walls, but you know what I mean,
No,
like
he
bouncing
doesn't.
back and
He
forth.
isn't able to block and hold on.
Can you give me a scan of him not being able to block weightlessly? Wait. This was like at the very beginning, like
This is when he
like
first
off
pops
guard
his weights.
Gaara.
No, that isn't off guard. He's standing. He's literally like staring right at Gar in the panel before.
Okay,
I
wait,
think
let me
this is
find the
panel
chapter.
before.
What
It's
chapter is it?
I'm not sure. It's probably in like the 80s. Yeah, I think it's in like the 80s. But Lee like gradually gets faster whenever he first takes off his weights, which is why like if you see like in the beginning, like right when he takes off his weights, Gar's able to react. That's fine. But you know, like he starts to get like faster and faster once he takes them off. Then he like blitzes Gar. Right after this, he blitzes him, or he like punches him in his face, and he like jumps up and kicks him, and that's where Gar starts to bleed. So like Gar also can't react to like that jump kick either, but I can't find that. I can only find this punch. Or maybe, I think the kick is before the punch, I'm not sure. Yeah. He kicks him first, right? Then yeah, he kicks him first, then he punches him, then his sand armor is broken.
Well, even okay. Well, Lee's attacks were only like barely damaging Gaara.
But they
Like
made
Gaara
him
was still
bleed.
able to get up and shit. You know, like Sasuke's were like winding Gaara so much that Gaara couldn't even stand up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
I
gonna
can
just
get you
scale
that
him
scan.
above 5th Gate Lee and like AP, or like 1st Gate Lee, I don't even think that matters.
Okay.
Because that doesn't put him anywhere. We just know that like Neji is like above that anyway. It's stated.
Well,
By,
even fifth gate Lee, wasn't able to damage Gaara to the extent that
no,
Sasuke did.
after 5th Gates, it's like better portrayed in the anime, right? But if you look at the page, like after Lee is done with his like barrage or whatever it's called, like the Hidden Lotus, Gaara's on the floor. He's barely able to move his arm. Like he's like actually like sitting there wheezing and struggling to move his arm. I can go like get the anime, right? But because it's not as portrayed as well as in the manga, but he's like on the floor sitting there wheezing, trying to like grab Lee to like crush his legs. That's like why he's so much slower, because we know like his sand before is like obviously able to keep over like a weighted Lee. Obviously this Lee that just like broke all his arms and legs should be slower than that, and Gaara couldn't catch him for a second.
Well, real quick, I'm finding the chapter where he like drops the weights, just so I can.
Alright. It might be like 85. I'm not sure.
It's like 82 or some shit. So wait. Yeah, Lee drops his weights and then tries to blitz Gara and Gara reacts. Okay. Trying to find that panel that you sent. I think it's like 83. Yeah, it's 83. So it's like right when he drops his weights, basically. Okay, I'll give it to you. Gar does get blitzed after that. But I could just argue that Gara gets faster over the fight too, because he later on can react to like Gate Lee. I think he reacts like once or twice, but I'll give it that. Like he's above, like weighted Lee is above Gara at the beginning. Hello? Yo, is he?
No, I wonder. Hello? Hello?
Yep. Hello. I
I
can
want to
hear
go
you
like ask my friend about like a question about Dokkan real quick.
now. Okay, dude.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
No, it's not really relevant. Okay. Um.
Wait, if you just made a point, I gotta hear.
No. Okay. No, I wasn't debating a point.
Oh.
I was just agreeing to the fact that yeah, he would be faster than like, or like Gated Lee would be faster.
No,
Okay,
well,
so
I'm not
continue with
arguing
your
for Lee
Neji
being
skill.
faster. I was just arguing for them being relative.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like,
Oh.
I was just agreeing with your point.
Oh.
So
Alright,
I
then.
reread the chapter.
Oh.
So you can continue with the scaling.
Oh. Well, then it's just like, well, for speed, I'll like try this line of scaling. Lee is like stated multiple times that like Neji is like the strongest ninja in like Konoha, and we know like since like both of them are close range fighters, they would have to have like Lee would have to like get into close quarters combat with him. So if Neji was like massively slower than Lee, obviously he wouldn't be able to compare to him in close quarters combat.
Okay, wait, are you arguing that Neji is just equal to like 5th Gate
I
Lee?
think he'd be like massively faster. Cause it's like
Uh,
say that like Lee can like he was like never able to even like do anything to Neji. I think it's like even shown in one of the flashbacks, right? When like Lee is like thrown to the floor, we see like Neji has like basically no scratches on him, and Lee's just on the floor
well,
after another fight.
Lee never uses the gates. We know
Well,
that
I'm just putting him above
Neji's never
weightless.
seen him. Oh, weightless. Oh,
Well, no, Neji
um,
has never, or Neji is only surprised by like third, fourth, and fifth. Right?
wait. So you're only scaling Neji to weightless Lee?
I'm scaling him like yeah massively above because that's all Sasuke scales to. I'm like trying not to use the other scaling because it's like I think it's like harder to counter, but if so I don't want to like do too much.
Okay. Wait, didn't you agree before that Sasuke was above, like 5th Gate Lee?
In AP only, like
AP.
with Chidori.
Okay. Because he was okay. Because I mean, we're kind of backtracking, but I thought you agreed that like Sasuke was still able to blitz Gaara
Well they would no. I agreed that like yeah they
and
can
dodge
both
Gaara.
blitz Gaara.
Okay. So Sasuke and Sasuke and Neji can both blitz Gaara. So okay. So can you send the scan that puts like Lee or that puts Neji massively above Lee?
Alright, it's like towards the end of this chapter. Dead boy, your
So,
mic is like buggy right now.
No, my fault, my fault.
Now this is like the page I'm about to send is like from one of the flashbacks, but I think there's a 10 statement, but either way, it's just like implied, right? That like Lee isn't able to do anything to Neji. He just always lost him.
Does Lee ever train with Neji weightless?
Huh?
Because I don't think
I
that's
would
ever implied or stated.
I would think that he would.
Well, because it's kind of implied that Lee always has his weights on. That's like the whole point of the
Well,
like him taking them off.
we know that like Lee has broken that rule before for less people. I would like figure that he would break the rule for Neji, right? Because he broke the same exact rule whenever he won against Team 7, right? Whenever he like fights Sasuke before the 1 month time skip. He's like about to use Lotus, and then Guy catches him and stops him. And we know like Lotus is bound by the exact same rule, which is when like you're protecting loved ones or whatever. So he's
Well,
like,
I get that, but he doesn't drop his weights.
yeah, but he's fine with breaking the exact same rules. So I'm thinking, okay, so if he was going all the way up to 5th gate, right, against Neji, he's saying that he was going to use this. I think it's like this statement is like implying that he's like exhausted all other options, right? Which is why he's going drastic, like so far up to 5th gate. So if anything, if he has used, or if he has like used, let's say like 1st gate against Neji, then that would just be an amp above his weights anyway. Cause I think
I
like,
don't.
cause
I mean, I guess it is like for the same reasons, right? But he can use the Lotus and still have his weights on. So I mean, I guess you could argue he might have used Lotus on Neji before.
well, I think that's an amp above above just taking weights off anyway, so that's fine.
What, the Lotus?
Yeah, I think because we know like weights are just a blitz level amp, and Lotus is a dozens of times amps.
Wait,
Or a dozen amps.
he uses his Lotus in the gate form, right? He doesn't actually use it. We
Yes.
never see him use it in weightless.
Well, he was going to go activate it, but he got stopped. Like he was in the middle of activating Lotus against Sasuke, and Guy came in. So he like wasn't able to finish it, but he wanted to.
Well, does he ever use it during Gara? During the Gara fight?
Well,
He
he
does
uses
use
Lotus,
it, right?
but his weights were off way before.
Well, I get that, but was he in a gate when he was using Lotus? Because you're saying that the
It
Lotus
activates
amps
first
the
gate.
speed.
No, I think the gate activates speeds, but like the Lotus are what opens up the gates.
No, the Lotus is just a technique. It's not
No,
what opens up the gate.
it's stated in the or like in the Kakashi. Like, hold on, I'll get it. It's stated by Kakashi that like or like by Kakashi and Guy or whatever that like opening gates is like by Lotus, or like Lotus is used to open up the gates. I'll try to find it. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. They constantly maintain limits on the amount of chakra flowing through the body, limits that the Lotus uses chakra to forcefully
Wait, what about in the
override.
Kimimaru fight?
What?
He didn't activate the first gate using the Lotus in that fight, did he?
No, okay. Basically, the gate for like whenever you're like using Lotus, right? The gate isn't like something that you stand still and activate whenever you're using a Lotus, right? It's just activated during the technique. It's the same way for 5th gate, right? Because we know like whenever he's in fifth, like whenever he's like in the air, barraging Gara, 5th gate is just activated, like while he's still in the middle of his attack. That's how the Lotus works, or that's how 1st gate works. When he's in the middle of forward Lotus, 1st gate will activate during it. Because we know that 1st gate had to have activated because he gets massively weaker right after. But there's no, I don't think like he never stopped right during the forward Lotus against Gara. We just know that like okay, well he did Lotus, which should have opened 1st gate. Now he's massively weaker right after. So what would we conclude? Like, and then he's able to open up 2nd gate. So I think we would assume that he's like.
What it's saying in that scan is that when he's using the Lotus, he opens the first gate. Like, okay,
Yes,
why would
mid-attack, it opens up first
why would
gate.
this random ass taijutsu technique just open the gate? No. Okay, because okay, remember when
limits
Kakashi
that the
literally
Lotus uses chakra to forcefully override.
Yes, but he says incidentally the forward Lotus opens only the first gate. Here, wait. You know the chapter where Kakashi's like, I don't know if this
hold on. It's just stated by Guy. The forward Lotus opens only the first gate.
I'm talking about when Kakashi, yes, because okay, when he's using that technique, he utilizes the first gate.
No, it's not saying that he is opening it. It's saying that the Lotus opens it, and then that
yet
goes
again,
along
why?
with the statement
Then
before.
why didn't he use the Lotus in the fight with Kimimaru when he opened the first gate?
Huh?
In the fight with Kimimaru, when he opened the first gate,
When does he open the
why
first
did?
gate against Kimimaru?
Here, wait, let me find it.
Because
Let me
I
find the
don't remember
chapter.
that
I don't
fight
have this
much.
like on standby, but also I don't know. Was this in the manga like when Kakashi uses the gate when he's like climbing up the hill with his like one
Huh?
hand?
He doesn't have a
When
gate open in that scan.
what?
He just
No,
has
yes,
his hand on the hill. Unless it's
wait
like
a second.
only
Wait a
like,
second.
unless it's
That
like
might be anime
anime
only. I'm
only.
not sure. Um,
Hold on.
here.
Cause I know I have the scan. Hold on, where's my Kakashi section? Right here.
Wait,
Yeah,
what
he's just like
chapter?
on the wall,
Chapters?
or he's just like on it. The rock climbing exercise shouldn't be so. I can't even see that word. It's so small. I really let my body get weak. Is there enough time left? Dot dot dot. Then he grabs the wall. He jumps. His heart throbs. He says like, and his eyes just open. And then Sasuke standing right there says, "Yo."
Can you send the scan?
Well, which part of it?
Just the whole thing, I guess.
Alright, well, for some odd reason I won't be able. I can't send multiple at once. So just like the middle one right before he jumps. I'll send the one right after.
Let me just find the chapter, because if it's like a bunch of little tiny scans, I just might as well just read the chapter.
No, this is like literally. Oh, did I just send the same scan again? No, or did it just not send? I sent it. It's just not loading the scan. Yeah,
Isn't
okay.
that implying that he's using the gate? Wait, because like in the anime, I don't know if the anime like
But hold
extends
on, I'm
it,
not
but
denying that you can open up the gate itself, but we know that like at the very least the first Lotus does open it. You can
well,
open it by itself, but the
I get
Lotus does
that,
open it.
but you're saying that anytime he uses the Lotus, he's using like the first gate.
Well, yeah, I think it's like stated that like this technique does open it, but I don't deny that you can use like you can open it other ways.
Okay. But your whole point was that, or with that was saying that like he was in the first gate when he used the Lotus. Like I thought that
Yeah, you
you were
talking about
trying to
like against
say
Gaia or against Sasuke or against Gaara?
against Gaara.
Well, it's like he would have to have opened first gate. That's why he gets so much weaker right after and opens up second.
Okay. Here, wait. Can you send the scan of when he uses Lotus in the fight?
Okay, in the Gaara fight, right?
Yes, if you have it. If you don't, I can get it.
Should be close to it. Oh, also I'm getting this Neji scan right here. Cause I like forgot I was supposed to be getting this. This is like this is a flashback, but I think it just like goes along like implying that like Lee like isn't able to like even put like a scratch on Neji, or it's like implied that he like cannot do anything to Neji. I think that's like what puts him way stronger than him. This is yeah, that's the flashback though. I know, let me get Lotus. It might even be stated that he's using it. Even the normal Lotus is self-damaging. All these extra kicks are dangerous for Lee too. End it here, Lee. And Lee's like taking damage in the middle of this attack.
Wait, okay. So he's dodging. There's no implication that he has weights off, and then.
Huh?
Well, I'm
Well,
just saying, because I mean that's kind of why we were looking at this
well,
flashback, right?
look at his leg. He doesn't have leg. He doesn't have weights on. We can see his ankle.
What?
It's like a
No,
weird
what?
point. You can literally see
Those
his
those
ankle.
ankle those ankle wraps are what covers up the weights. You realize that,
No,
right?
you're looking at the top scan, and the bottom one's a flashback. And
Oh,
in
okay.
that top scan
Okay.
right there, he actually doesn't have weights on because that's after Lotus. But they just look exactly the same. You can like look at the panel when he takes off
Okay,
his
isn't that
Lotus.
top skin, or I mean, isn't
That's
the
that
like
top scan is
when
during
he's
the fight.
when no, I know, isn't when Neji's like bodying him? Isn't that when they're
That's a
like they
flashback.
first become
Yeah,
teammates? Yeah, that's
I'm just
when
saying
they
that's
first
like
become teammates.
it's like it been implied, right? That like Lee hadn't been able to do much against.
Well, I
Um,
know, but Lee at that time definitely didn't know Lotus or the Gates. Like he hadn't even
well,
started training with
yeah,
the
I'm not
weights.
like saying that like okay, this is why Neji has to be like, or like this is my scan proving that Neji is above him. I'm saying that like it's been like implied, right, via multiple things. Just this flashback being one of them, right? That Lee hasn't been able to do anything against Neji. I'm not showing this as definitive proof. I'm saying that this is like an implication throughout the story that shows that. Now, I like get the scan of Lee like shown taking like self damage during the Lotus, which would like imply that he's using first gate.
Yeah, the anime extended this Kakashi clip. I'm just gonna show it just to like prove that. Okay. Yeah, like in this clip, Kakashi literally just opens the gate pretty blatantly.
I mean, it's fine if you open up the first gate. I've already like, I
Okay,
guess
yeah, I get.
explaining why that point doesn't really change much.
Okay, well, okay, what's this other scan that you sent?
That's like Lee like shown like taking damage while using the first Lotus, or like while using like forward Lotus, which is like an implication that he's like activating a gate, because we know like when he does fifth gate as well, it does the exact same thing.
Okay.
And then right after he's like massively weakened to the point where he isn't even able to dodge guards' attacks.
Okay. Okay, I guess that's fair. Yeah. And this is like, in his first gate. It's not in like third or fourth.
Huh? No, this is forward Lotus.
Okay.
Cause it's like this is the point at which he like slams Gar into the floor, and they're like
Mhm.
and like Gar
Okay.
pops out of that shell.
Okay. I'll agree that he's like, he's opening the first gate with the Lotus.
Now, what was this point? This was like about like the Sasuke thing, or just like I remember like this point was like brought up in contention with the Sasuke thing. I don't know what it was for.
Yeah. Well, I just said that the Lotus didn't like inherently open the first gate.
Well then I just think that like all of this just shows.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Okay. I'll agree to that. Do you want to continue with your speed scaling?
No, this is really it. It's just like Neji above Neji above Lee. I don't really like like what the other speed scaling is. So I don't. We probably don't have to go down that route, and it probably just take longer.
Yeah. You said so Neji above Lee, and then you thought that Lee equal to Sasuke.
Yeah, it's just like stated that like Lee is equal to Sasuke.
How long, or okay, how strong do you think, or how fast do you think Lee is in comparison to like, Monster Gaara, like version 2 Gaara or
I
whatever?
mean, if
Whatever you
anything,
wanna
I
call
think he'd probably just like if we're talking about, are you talking about fifth gate or weightless?
it. Weightless.
Weightless would probably be slower. Fifth gate would probably be faster. Well,
And
no,
you just
fifth gate,
and you just have
no.
wait, you just have Neji
Yeah.
above weightless, right?
Yeah, if you're gonna like scale Sasuke to it, for one, we know that like that Sasuke literally says without his Sharingan he'd die against Gar. He's only able to dodge a few attacks because Gar's like messing around.
Okay, well here's. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll get the scan of that. Wrong server. There should be an Omni somewhere.
Okay, well here's here's base Sasuke dodging Gaara. And I mean Gaara's angry. I don't see how you're gonna say that he's toying with him when
I'm
he's
not
like
saying that like he's necessarily
rushing at him, right?
toying with him, but he is like just like jumping around, right? Not like
And he's getting,
necessarily
nah, he
making
was getting
concentrated
faster the
attack.
entire time. And there's also
Oh.
a statement that says that he's getting faster. And keep
What
in
is
mind, this
that?
is a Sasuke after using Chidori,
Okay.
which like drains his chakra severely.
No, I don't.
I mean, two
that's fine if he can't use
Chidoris
it.
and his chakra is pretty much gone.
Well, no, it's just stated that 2 Chidoris and he can't use another one. Not that all his chakra is gone.
Okay, yeah, but after he uses another one, he's completely incapacitated.
Well, no, that's because he used Curse Mark, which we know, like, which is blatantly
No, I
shown to
think
have him on the floor.
Kakashi states that he would like basically die. Or he
Yeah, we
could
just know
die.
like he can't spam these things. That's fine if like these things together take enough chakra, but I don't think that like two Chidoris and all of his chakra is gone. I think he'd still be able to use stuff. Cause I'm pretty sure this fire style jutsu that he's using right now is like after the second Chidori, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, what fire style? Oh
In the
shit,
panel
yeah.
that I'm using, or in the panel that I sent. But Sasuke just states that like
Yeah, he uses that fire style because he doesn't have enough chakra for a Chidori, or he doesn't think he does.
yeah.
Here's a statement that says like Gaara's getting faster. So he says he's even faster than before, and this is like faster than the one who he like already dodged in base. And he's still able to react to this faster Gaara. I mean, he's using Sharingan.
Okay. I don't think that like, okay. Either way, I don't think that like this guard gets like much faster. For the most part, I think that like,
Well, you did say that
Neji.
Gaara would be above weightlessly, right?
Yeah, I think you could like, I think right, cause for one, Neji's only surprised. I'll just like try this. Neji's only surprised by what is it? The extreme lotus, right? Which includes like fifth gate, fourth gate. He isn't surprised by the rest. So I think if anything, we could just say like at the very least he'd be above like forward lotus, which we know is an amp, which is a 12 times amp. So I think that'd be above because we know that like only second stage curse mark. So, okay, do you agree that like the Sharingan amp, perception amp would be below second stage curse mark amp?
Yes.
Okay, we know you know that like second stage curse mark is only stated to be 10 times, right? By Jirobo.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so Sharingan amp below that first gate is a 12 times amp already, which is stated by Guy. I've already sent the scan of that.
Okay.
Right.
So what would this put Neji at?
It would put him 12 times above, and this would only put Sasuke like way below 10 times.
Wait, okay. So I put Sasuke in base above, like being able to react to Gaara in his monster form.
Yeah.
And you said that, and you agreed that Gaara in his monster form would be faster than Lee. Weightless.
Weighted. Yeah,
And,
just weightless. Okay. But then
yeah, and
Neji
okay, now you're
scales
saying
above
that
first gate.
now. Okay, yeah, you're saying that Neji would be 12 times faster.
Because if he scales above first gate is the 12 times amp.
Would he be 12 times faster than weightless?
Yes.
Okay, so he wouldn't be massively faster than Sasuke still because Sasuke he amps himself with the Sharingan, so that's 6 times.
But no,
right?
huh? Why is that a 6 times amp?
I mean, wait. Shit, what'd you say? The
Curse mark stage 2 is stated to only be a 10 times amp.
yeah, and you said something for the Sharingan amp that we agreed on.
I just like asked, do we agree that like Sharingan is below curse mark stage 2? Like as like in the amp that it gives.
Okay.
So if anything, I think all we could say, yeah, I don't think there's like anywhere to put like scale like Sharingan amp. Unless you like believe in like the thing where it's like, oh my god, I just started scrolling through servers. But it's only like a blitz level amp, but I don't think we have a quantification for like what a blitz level is.
I mean, Sasuke does have like the Sharingan enhanced perceptive abilities, so I don't know. Okay, wait. So if Neji is only 12 times faster than weightless Lee, right? And weightless Lee, we already established, is weaker than or slower than Gaara. I mean, I can't really quantify Gaara's speed, right? But if
okay, he's only like
if base Sasuke is equal to if base Sasuke is equal to Gaara, and then he adds his Sharingan amp, I wouldn't say that Neji would be able to blitz him completely.
Okay. Well. Yeah.
Especially, and this is keep in mind, this is a weakened Sasuke,
Okay.
a slower Sasuke.
I don't know why he's slower. Just because he had used the Chidori. But
Because it lowers his chakra, and chakra directly enhances.
well, okay. I agree to like
Stats.
chakra enhances it. If you're like via your chakra control, right?
Also,
Like
he's
if you're
getting
like,
tired.
I don't know why he's getting tired.
You know, chakra comes from your stamina and like your
No,
yeah, your
that's no.
stamina,
It's the
right?
way that you use your chakra, right? It's like okay, that's like where chakra control comes in. It's say
Mm-hmm.
like let's say I have 100%. Let's say like I have 100% chakra, right? Chakra
Okay.
control is how much I send into a fire style jutsu and how much I keep for my stamina. Not okay if I lose chakra, then I just automatically drain my stamina because that's what chakra control is like used to maintain, which is why the better chakra control, why people are faster, or this is like why people get like greater stats. It's like directly showing like Naruto, right? Because we know like Naruto gets completely speed blitzed by weighted Lee, right? Even to like a worse point than what Sasuke does. But then we know like he's able to somewhat keep up with Neji, but like he's still like getting like badly stomped on.
We do know that Sasuke spamming stuff Chidori, right? After 3 times, it completely incapacitates him.
No, that third time, the only reason that it incapacitated him again is because of curse mark.
No, Kakashi stated that it was
Oh, yeah,
incapacitating him
okay, yeah. If
or
he
like
uses
kill him.
that third one, yeah. But that doesn't mean that, like, okay, his stats have to be lowered. That just means he doesn't have enough chakra for this. Because, again, I'm
Okay,
stating
well,
that, like, the use of, okay, the
if he's
use of
completely
jutsu.
incapacitated and he's like out, that means he's like out of stamina, right?
Well,
He's like out
no.
of stamina
That just
and
means, no. That just means
he's
if you
weakened.
run out of, no. That just means if you run out of chakra, you die, which we already know is a thing in the series. So, of course, if he uses a third Chidori, and that's all of his chakra,
Alright,
with that third
I'm
one,
a
then he's
fucking
done.
shit
Yeah,
Yo,
debater.
we're
chill,
debating.
chill,
GG.
chill, chill.
Okay. If all chakra, or if you, yeah, you already know, like, it's a thing in the series, when you run out of chakra, you die, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if three
Wait, could you send
Chidoras
a
is all
scan
of,
of when he runs out of chakra? Like if you run out of chakra completely, you die.
uh, I can try to find it.
Because I don't think that's ever a thing. I mean, there's a lot of statements where characters are like, "I'm completely out of chakra," right? And they don't die.
Well, we know that, like, Shinobi aren't actually always using all of their chakra. Or they're, like, aren't able to utilize all of their chakra. There's, like, a statement that I just saw earlier.
Okay, well, I'd like you to send that because that's kind of make or break for this, right?
Okay. I'll just get that done, too. Normally, human beings utilize a mere 20% of their own muscular energy. If anyone were to employ anything even close to 100% of the strength in his muscle. Oh wait, that's literally what the gates are. I'm sorry. That's like an easier way to explain it. The gates are like literally like the limiters on chakra in your body. So if you aren't activating the gates, you don't have access to all of the chakra in your body.
Okay. Well, that's the gates, right? But
But like
how
the
does that?
gates are
How
in
does that? Wait,
everyone's
how does that?
body.
I get that, but how does that correlate to the Chidori?
You
I
were just
get that
like
you're saying like
asking
if
like
you open the
why,
like
huh?
if you open well I know, but I'm just saying like why do you think that correlates to the Chidori, right? If like I get that if you open the eighth gate or if you open like the some of the gates, you might die.
Well, no, no, no,
But
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is, you like ask for a scan of why like running out of or like why you're able to what was it? It was like something like everybody not being able to use all of their chakra or not be able to like access it all.
no, no. Don't no. My point was that I was asking you to give me a scan of where it says that if you run out of chakra
Okay,
that you die because that's what you stated.
okay. I thought you asked
Not
for
that
that
like
scan as well. I know you asked for that. I thought you asked for that as well.
no. Um
Actually, I know where I can find this scan. It's probably inside of the chakra explanation that Soccer gives.
I remember Jiraiya saying something too.
He probably does, because he also gives an explanation about chakra control.
P.
What does this point even matter again? Why are we finding out whether or not chakra control kills you?
Yeah, because he said that if you like use all of your chakra, you're just gonna die.
I mean,
That's the
well,
point.
okay, that's like blatantly
Because
stated by
okay,
Kakashi, so why are we going over this?
what do you mean it's blatantly stated by Kakashi?
Kakashi states if you use another Chidori, you'll run out of chakra and you'll die.
Okay, yeah, that's like him. Oh, okay, it was based off the fact that I was saying like he would like incapacitate himself, right?
Okay, well, Kakashi just states using another Chidori will kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need that? Instead of like me
No,
searching for like just running out of chakra kills you?
no, it's fine. Okay, here, wait, I have one more point to bring up.
Wait, I'm confused as like what that point was for though.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever. We can move on. I mean, I get what you're saying now. I thought about it more. I mean, I can't really. There's not really much to contend. Um, okay, here, wait. Here's one more point. Um, so in this, it states that like, Elise says that Sasuke has like attained high speed, like his, right? Um, and I mean, I'm just gonna. You could just say that like, do you think that's in regards to Fifth Gate? Because
No.
why? Okay, why not? Why do you think Lee wouldn't be talking about like his strongest self?
Huh? He just stated like, okay, he's
When it's
literally just.
also this is like extra like supporting evidence as to why Sasuke would be above Fifth Gate Lee rather than only weightless.
Okay, he's literally just stating that okay, well Sasuke, you're fast, right? Or you're as fast as me, and now you also have Sharingan. Cause we already know that like Lee makes a statement earlier on. He's like, it took me months or like years to obtain that level of speed, referring to Sasuke's current speed right now, which is only weightless. And for you to be making for like your statement to stand, that would mean that like Lee, for one, Lee is just smarter than Guy and everybody else in the arena, right? Who's also just making the claims that Sasuke is only weightless Lee level, not a fifth gate.
Wait, what do you mean everybody else is stating that?
Or
What?
whoever else. I'm just like saying whoever else makes these statements. Cause I'm sure they're like, I'm pretty sure there are statements like putting him at weightlessly level besides Guy. Alright, but I can't remember. Or I might be misremembering one of the statements, but it's fine.
I think
Guy
no.
states that he is only Lee's average speed, right? And then he gets faster. He's like, okay, well he is at weightless Lee's level. Not he
That
is
was
all the
like
way
in
at fifth
regards
gate.
to the very first time that Sasuke rushes towards
Yeah,
Gaara.
that's when he says
He
average speed,
progressively
and
gets
then later,
faster.
yeah, and then later on he says, oh, he is Lee's weightless speed. Guy makes two different statements as Sasuke starts to speed up.
I don't think he ever says weightless in specific, but I don't know how you think that,
I
or like
swear he
what
says
statement
like
you think he
Lee
says.
without the weights.
What?
Hold on. I don't know, my phone is acting so slow right now. So annoying.
Yeah, guy says he's quick because he's almost as fast as Lee's average speed.
That's the first statement.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. So he says that's practically the same speed as Lee without his gates. When Sasuke's blitzing Gaara.
Yeah, that's when Sasuke starts to speed up.
Mm-hmm.
Once he gets to like blitzing Gaara, because beforehand he wasn't able to do that. Okay. So Lee like also makes like the exact same statement, or like it's like a very similar statement. He just says like
Oh,
Sasuke, it took me years to achieve that level of speed, but you achieved it in just only a month.
that was the page before I sent like the scan that I sent.
Yeah, so that just like all goes together. Okay, so do we have like, any other points?
Let me think. Hmm. Okay. So you said that like did you say that like Sasuke wasn't equal to Gaara like in his monster form?
With Sharingan he is. Without, no.
Sharingan, you just think he's equal? Because I have a scan of him like basically speed blitzing him and like chopping him in
With
half.
Chidori?
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I've already like agreed that like Chidori can scale up to 5th Gateway. I don't care.
Well, in AP, but right here he's speed blitzing Gaara. That's my point. Like, he'd be faster than Gaara.
Well then
He'd
that's
be faster
fine.
than that Gaara.
Yeah, but then like again we don't know know how well yeah, I thought you were referring to AP. But yeah, again we don't know like what the quantification for a blitz is, so I don't think that like again I still think it like unless you're gonna say that, like Chidori Sasuke right here is stronger than his Curse Mark 2 form. If not, then Neji is still like by like quantification higher than him. Unless you can like scale Sasuke above Curse Mark 2.
Well, I would just say in that situation, Sasuke is faster, right? He's faster than a Gaara who's equal to, or who's faster than weighted Lee. And you only scaled Neji to
First gate.
being like first gate Lee, which
Yeah,
is
12 times increase.
okay. And the 12 times came from what? The
That like, hold on.
oh, wait. Wait. They constantly maintain limits. Okay. Enabling the user to draw upon strength that is dozens of times its usual. Well, that's just the gates in general. That's not in regards to
No,
just
it's
the
not.
first gate.
I'm not saying that like I'm saying that it should be referring to each gate that amps you.
Why? It's no, that statement is just referring to the gates as a whole.
Well, no, because not all gates amp you. So why is it like referring to all the gates that gives you
Wait,
dozens of times?
yeah, they constantly maintain limits on the
They
amount of
don't all
chakra
amp
flowing
you.
in the body. Okay, the entire time it's referring to all the gates. It says they, right?
Yeah, I'm saying that like it's referring. Okay, when it's like it's referring to what the gates do, right? But we know that all gates don't amp you, so it can't be saying that each and every gate gives you a dozen of times increase. I think it is more likely to say like it's referring to when you get stronger, it should be of this level. Limits that the Lotus uses chakra to forcefully override. Enable. Okay, so if anything, right? I think it's just referring to the ones that like the Lotus opens. All right, if we want to go down that route, which is the first and fifth gate.
First and fifth.
Yeah.
So do you want to argue that the fifth gate is only or is 12 times? Because I
No,
think
they
that's
would both be 12 times.
okay. Well, even okay. So if it's the gates as a whole, why would the first gate be 12 times and then the second be another 12 times?
Huh? That's not what I'm
Right.
saying. I agree that the second doesn't amp you. I'm saying it's only the ones that
the first
Lotus uses to open.
Okay.
Cause like right before
if
it
it's
like
saying,
it
if it's
like
saying
blatantly
they,
makes. Hold on.
I still think it's referring to all of the gates as a whole. It's just
Yeah,
referring to
but
the
right
gate system
before,
as a
right?
whole, right?
Hold on.
It's
Hold on.
saying
Hold
that
on.
the
Hold on.
gates.
Pal. Right
Oh.
before it makes a statement about dozens of times. Limits that the Lotus uses chakra to forcefully override, enabling the user to draw upon strength that is dozens of times. So it's literally saying, it's blatantly saying that the Lotus opens up this dozens of times increase.
No,
So
it's saying that the Lotus opens up, like the user to being able to like use all the gates, right? So he uses the Lotus to go into the first gate, and then he progressively goes higher into the gates, going into like
What?
the dozens of
Okay,
times area,
but we already
right?
but we already agreed that like you can open up the first gate without Lotus anyway. So why is it saying that only when you use Lotus that you get this increase? Because you
Well,
yourself
he's
were
saying
saying
it
that
in regards to Lee, and Lee uses the Lotus to go into the first gate.
Well, no, he's just giving
So
an
why would he
explanation
refer
of
to
the
anything
gate.
else?
Why is Kakashi only referring to Lee? He's just giving an explanation of the gates. We know Guy
Okay,
later
well,
that
if he
like
was
Guy
just
is
no,
referring
but
to
he's
Lee.
giving an explanation in regards to Lee,
No.
right? Because Lee is the subject of what they're talking about,
Well,
right?
okay, they're just okay. Lee is the one that made them talk about this. That doesn't mean Lee can be the only
Exactly.
person that they're talking about.
But
They're just talking about what
the
the gates
way
do.
Lee gets into the first gate is using the Lotus, right?
No, but
So
we
the
also
Lotus
know.
allows him to go into the first gate, but that's like a gateway to every other gate. Am I wrong?
Not necessarily, no. Because this thing
No,
isn't
in a
reading.
sense it would be.
The first Lotus is a
Because
gateway
at
to
this
every other gate.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Besides
Now I'm
gate
just gonna
2.
ask you. Then I'm just gonna ask you, why is fifth gate the only one that amps you?
When did I say the fifth gate was the only one that
Okay.
amps you?
So then how much do you get off of the 12 times increase, then,
No,
pal?
okay, what I'm no,
Or
okay.
off of the first one?
What I'm telling you, right, is that the gate system as a whole can amp you by dozens of times, right? So all the way up to like the 8th gate, it can get you to like
Okay. You know,
the
you yourself just
high
made
end
the
of
point.
dozens.
Hold on. Okay. So you know that goes against your own point. Because if they're
How
talking
does
about
that go
what Lee
against
can,
my
okay,
own
because
point?
if they're talking about what Lee can do, right? Why are they talking about 8th gate if Lee can only go up to 5th?
Okay, no. What I mean is just the 8th gate or the 8 gates as a whole, right? The 8 gates as a whole allows you to draw upon dozens of times your regular strength.
Why, if not all 8 gates amp you?
What?
Not all 8 gates amp you. We have only reason to say
And
that
I
the ones that
told
open
you,
up Lotus
I
do
told
this.
you the system as a whole. I'm talking about in regards to the system as a whole. Because
Okay.
there's no solid proof that it's just the first gate that would amp you by 12 times.
Okay. Okay. Now my reason for saying that is saying that the Lotus uses chakra to override, enabling you to get this level of strength. So it's saying when you use this Lotus to override the gates, you get this power. You only use Lotus for first and second, or for first and fifth, and we
No, he
only
just
see there
uses
be
he just uses
hold on.
the Lotus in the 5th gate.
No, well,
He doesn't
reverse
use
Lotus.
it to go into the 5th gate.
That's like what the reverse Lotus is, or like that's like implied what the reverse Lotus does. It's like opens up
Implied?
fifth gate. Okay, I'll just like get the Kakashi statement, or like when they're like talking about Lee using this.
Because there's plenty of times in the show when Lee just goes into the 5th gate, like during the war.
Yeah,
and shit.
well, again, we've already agreed that you can open these gates with this, but we also know that Lotus opens the gate. You can go into the gate without Lotus, but it does open it. So I'll just like get the Kakashi statement. Actually, whenever a guy states that the Lotus of Konoha will bloom twice, right? You know what Kakashi asks him right after? This kid can use the 8 inner gates. That like blatantly shows that whenever you're like referencing the Lotus, that like there's like a connection between the Lotus and the gates, which shows that Lotus does open up gates, or like it goes along with the fact that like a Lotus should open up gates. Because if I just state Lotus and we know that just like, or if we just say that like Lotus is just some random technique, right? It has nothing to do with the correlation of gates.
Taijutsu
So,
technique.
huh?
It's just a taijutsu technique.
Okay,
Why would
so
they?
why?
Okay,
Hold
let
on.
me
So
ask
why
you,
when
why
guy
would there just
states,
be
hold
some
on, okay, pal, hold on. So if that's the case, right? Because that was the point I was just about to make. If it is just a random taijutsu technique, and guy states the Lotus of Konoha will bloom twice, why does Kakashi then go right after and ask him, so this kid can use the 8 inner gates? If there's no connection between the two.
Okay, that's just what Lee uses to go into it.
Kakashi doesn't notice at that point. This is
Okay.
before they go down the explanation.
This is okay. Okay, is there? Wait, let me. Wait. I'm gonna find a scan real quick.
I can like send it right here. This is probably like a mistranslation, but I like guarantee you. And then the only thing is like messing up is like the wording of it, but it's like the exact same thing. He thinks to himself like after Guy says that the Lotus of the Leaf blooms twice. No way, Guy.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you think. Then that Genin kid, well, the 8 inner celestial gates. Yeah, he will open them.
Wait, what does it say when it cuts off? It says one technique that what?
Huh?
It's what. It might not be relevant. I'm just wondering.
Oh, I don't know. One technique that shouldn't be taught.
Like as I stated before, there are times when he doesn't open or he doesn't use the Lotus. So like if you're still arguing I thought we dropped the point that like
No,
Lotus.
I agree that no. I didn't drop whether or not Lotus opens. I just dropped that it's the only thing that opens. I already agreed that you can open it with other things, but this does open. Like whenever you do use one of these Lotuses, it does open it.
Okay. Well,
It's
do you
just
think like
Huh.
anytime you open or anytime you use the Lotus, it just opens the gate?
I think that's like the way it's stated. Yes.
Okay. And it's only the first and fifth gate?
The only ones that use Lotus, yes. Or like to my knowledge, the only ones that use Lotus.
Okay.
This might be like a bad analogy, but alright, let's say I walk into a house, right? I got a key to the first door, I open it, right? Now I could have just kicked down that door, but I used the key instead, right? So I walk to the second door, okay, no key, I just open it. The third door, no key, just open it. Fourth door, open it. Now the fifth door, I get to it, I have a key. Now I could just kick it down, but I have the key, so I unlock it. That's like how like how I'm trying to explain the gates. I don't know if they like give like an easier rundown. I'm saying like
that makes sense. Okay. Um. Okay, then I guess within like going into the first gate, he would be like 12 times. Okay. But didn't you say Neji would be inferior to first gate? Or was
no, I
that
said fifth.
fifth? Okay. Well, I thought you were only scaling it to like weightless, but
Well, yeah, but then you like scaled it to Shikakugara, so I had to upscale.
okay. Can you like reiterate why I would upscale?
Because weightlessly relative to Sasuke, right? Then Sasuke fights Shikakugara, right? So Shikakugara below Lee or above Lee. Oh no, I don't even know why I
No,
want to
why?
explain that. All right, we know that like a Sharingan amp is below Curse Mark amp or Curse Mark 2 amp. Curse Mark 2 amp is only 10 times, right? Which we've agreed on. So if
Yeah.
Gates is 12 times, or first gate is 12 times, and Neji is above first gate, he would be above Sharingan.
And wait, why? No, I was
Sharingan
asking
Sasuke.
why you said Neji is above first gate.
Oh, because of the fact that like we know that like okay, Lee states that Neji is stronger than him, right? We know that
Yeah.
the only gate or like the only things that Neji doesn't know about is the Extreme Lotus. So that means the only thing he does not know about is fourth and fifth gate, because we know that like fourth is used when going into the activation of Extreme Lotus, and fifth gate is used or like activated in Extreme Lotus. So if he does not know about Extreme Lotus, that means the only gate that he doesn't know or that he would not know about is fourth and fifth gate. So he'd have to be above like first gate if Lee still states that he's stronger than him.
Okay, so wait, so you're saying that like in training, right? Or what you're implying is like in training, Neji encountered the first gate, first through third.
I think he would have had to at some point for Lee to like state that he's still stronger than him. Besides
Well,
like the ability that he's holding back, because we know like Neji still has no sense of surprise until he gets to Extreme Lotus.
I don't know about that. I think I sent a scan where Neji was getting surprised at like
That's in like
the first
fifth gate.
Okay, the fifth gate, and then I think the other one I sent was. Wait, let me see. The other one I sent wasn't. Yeah, the other one was third that Neji was surprised about.
When?
Here, wait, I can resend it. This should be third.
That is not third.
What would that be?
That's why he's in Lotus. That's why he's in Extreme Lotus. That's fourth and fifth, or like fourth through fifth. Cause remember, I can go back and get it and show you, but Lee does not make any movement when he activates the third gate. He activates third, and then he instantly activates the fourth. So this movement that we're seeing for Lee, that can't be third gate, cause he does not move until he activates fourth. He literally like stands still. He goes, okay, third gate, now fourth gate. He doesn't go third gate, attack, come back, fourth gate. No, he just stands still and like, just activates it.
Okay. And you said he would have encountered like first gate in training. Well,
At the very least, that's all I'm arguing for.
okay. Well, in the fight with Sasuke, or right when like Lee and Sasuke are fighting, he uses the like you said earlier. He attempts to use the Lotus on Sasuke. And Guy stops him, right? Like it's like something he should never do.
Okay.
So I could just argue that like he wouldn't use it on Neji in training, right? If if Guy didn't want him to. Like if it's such like a forbidden thing for him to do.
It is,
right?
Or like I don't think that like.
Well, it's implied to be
gate-
something that like he only does under like extreme circumstances, and for just for some reason he thought fighting Sasuke was like an
Well, I
extreme
think I like
circumstance.
already like went down like reasoning as to why, right? Because we know against
But
Sasuke,
I think you
right?
use that for you use that for like a different point.
Yeah, that was for like weights, but it'd just be even like easier to argue it for like Lotus, because it was the exact same technique he is going to use against Sasuke. We know that, like he views Neji way higher than Sasuke because he's like his strongest opponent and his rival. So I say like if he was gonna use it against somebody like Sasuke who he had never met before, I think he'd be like fine using it against Neji. And we know like Neji again shows no sign of surprise, right? Whenever he's watching Lee fight with first gate, he only shows a sign of surprise until he gets to Extreme Lotus. So it means that first gate is not something that he hasn't heard of. Extreme Lotus is, and then Lee even states this was something I was saving to use against you, right? And even if, right, even if he hadn't exactly fought him, Lee still states that he's stronger than him. I think there would be like reasonable enough for Lee to know like the limits of his strength with Lotus.
I feel like you're just kind of like appealing to the possibility that he might have encountered it. I mean, I get you have like some evidence to support it, but I don't think him using it on Sasuke means he's automatically going to use it on Neji. Because it was kind of implied that he wanted to wait till the tuning exams to like use something on Neji.
To use fifth gate. Or like extreme lotus. He states it's like in that scan, this technique was for defeating you. But I'll show it to you now. So that's only like including extreme lotus, which is why I said like that, which only encompasses fourth and fifth gate. Now I think I like explained it like better this way earlier, but I was saying like the way this statement is working, it's like it's kind of like a last resort thing, right? That like we already know that he couldn't beat Neji before. Now he's saying I was saving this technique for you, right? So if he's like saying that okay, well all other, nothing else worked, and I'm gonna use this, that just means that that would just kind of like blatantly say that okay, well I couldn't beat you with any of my other moves before. So one of his other moves before would be including first gate.
Fuck that bitch ass nigga pianist.
Okay, dude. Okay. You want to go into like win cons? I guess I'll drop that point. You want to go into win cons?
I'll just agree to like. I'll just agree if like if you won speed, then Neji or Sasuke would just speed blitz with Chidori in one shot. I've already won over my win con, which was just shut down or shut him down with points or chakra points or whatever, and attack his heart.
Okay, yeah. My only like win con would be speed blitzing with Chidori, but kind of established that speed wouldn't go in Sasuke's favor, so I'm not sure about that. But and Sasuke could also, if he's faster, dodge Neji and just I don't know outmaneuver him. But yeah, I guess the main win con would just be Chidori.
Hey, what's the debate?
Neji versus Sasuke in the Chunin exams.
Oh. Oh, why the fuck were you scaling fucking, what's his name?
Yes. Don't ask any questions, bro. You can wait.
Oh, I forgot we had judges. Who were our judges?
Yeah, I guess we can like conclude.
Oh. Well, I think I opened. I'm pretty sure I opened, so you can conclude.
Okay. Well, I guess in conclusion, I mean, I guess I won the AP point to an extent, right? I established that Sasuke would be able to severely harm him, right? Because he like just has a lot more AP, and speed. They're at least relative. I at least proved that they were relative. So I think that yeah, yet again, Sasuke could just use Chidori and kill Neji.
Alright, you done with your conclusion?
Yeah.
Alright, well, basically, I think the way that things went, we know that, like, Sasuke should just be, like, massively slower than Neji. Via, like, us agreeing that, Sharingan Amp should be below Curse Mark Stage 2. Curse Mark Stage 2 is only 10 times. So if Sharingan Amp is below that, that means that, like, Neji, right? Or, like, Neji should scale massively above, the Sharingan Amp Sasuke. Right, because we know that Neji scales to, at the very least, First Gate Lee. First Gate Lee is 12 times, right? 12 times weightlessly, which should scale above the Sasuke that's fighting Gar. Alright, so 12 times greater than 10, which is greater than whatever Sharingan Amp gave him, which is just somewhat below 10. Then we went down that point and agreed that if Neji is able to tag him, right, Gentle Fist would just neg because he would just like one-shot his heart, which he can do, or it's been shown to be able to do, right, with the Hinata fight, for example, or he shut down his chakra points, which there was like no counter to. I think that was about it. We had like whether or not Lee was stronger than Neji, which was like no reason to say so. Whether or not Neji is stronger than First Gate Lee, which I think we like agreed upon, cause like there's like reasoning as to why, but I don't think I need to go into all the points. Right, I think I just won speed, so Neji would just like, I would say speed blitz and just shut down his chakra points or just one shot his heart, since it's like intent to kill in SBI. So I'm done.
No, you. I guess I'll go first, and Dead Boy is next. Alright. I believe Idiana, he put up the best debate. He shut down multiple points you made, and he even corrected you multiple times. He proved that Neji's way faster. He proved that his durability doesn't even matter. He can just destroy his durability. And basically, his winning point was way better. So I give it all to Idiana.
Yeah, I would say. Well, I would say that yeah, both like did like very good on points and shit. It's just that pianist debunked like when it, like Pound Town dropped like many points to pianist, and like the only point Pound Town was able to get off was a point that pianist like let him have, which is like higher AP. But as he said, right, the AP wouldn't matter if you could like negate durability. So it doesn't even matter if your AP scales to your durability if he's negating it, right? And I do honestly believe he won the speed point, you know. So since he negates durability, right? So your durability is not a factor, and plus I feel like since he won the speed point, then I think that Neji should win. But y'all both debated good. It was it got really contentious at first, but I had and like you weren't even confident in yourself if you like really won the speed point or not. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's good though. You did good.
Alright, thank you. Now, shift